Hey guys, it's Chelsa Messenger with Picks and Parlays. We're talking college hoops. Rutgers at Michigan State. It's wild card weekend in the NFL, and we've got a special promo code. The code is WILD for 20% off the entire site at picksandparlays.net. Rutgers comes in 7-2 on the year, 5-3-1 against the number, while Michigan State 7-3 overall, but just 2-8 against the spread. Rutgers favored in this one, -1. The total is 151.5, and Rutgers is probably favored just because they kept it close with a really good Iowa team losing 75-77, but covering at +3. So that was a really fun one to watch and a close one if you had the spread there. Craig Trapp's joining us now to break this one all down for us. Craig, thoughts on Rutgers and Michigan State?
Well, this Big Ten has been an amazing conference already this season. I mean, the competitiveness in this conference, and it's not just top heavy like normally, you get a conference this big, you might have five or six teams, and then you have a few teams in the middle, and then a lot of bottom feeders. This team is top to bottom loaded this season. I'm expecting 10 teams at least in, and this Rutgers team, I was thinking top 25 most of the year. I mean, they are legitimately top 15 team. Now we see them ranked 14. So I think when you initially look at this, Rutgers favored for a reason. Rutgers has been really good, and Michigan State ever since that win at Duke, which at the time we thought was impressive, but then of course Duke
Yep.
has really not been very good. They really haven't done much, and I think that's why Rutgers is a favorite. And I'm going to go with the money here. I'm going to take Rutgers -1 on the road. I just think Rutgers, they've had a few statement wins. I think early in the season they beat one of their old rivals, Syracuse. That was one of those like you got to get over Big Brother type thing. And this is another type of one of those wins. Let's get over Big Brother. Michigan State has been one of the top teams in this conference forever, and I think Rutgers shows why they're one of the best teams in college basketball with a nice road win here.
Yeah, I think it was also impressive that they held Iowa to just 77 points, which doesn't sound like a low number, but for that Iowa team that is really, really good offensively, especially they can do it from down low with Luka Garza, and then outside they've got a lot of good three-point shooters. This is a Rutgers team definitely worth looking at, especially when it comes to contention late in the season. I think for this conference, a really good team that I think has come kind of out of the shadows, and I think that's why they're against the spread number is a lot better than Michigan State. As you mentioned, that Duke win looked like this Michigan State team was going to be in contention, but since then, they've lost 3 of their last 4 games. I believe, yep. I'm just wondering how far this Rutgers team can really go. Obviously, the number's pretty low, but I don't know. Any other thoughts when it comes to a total on this one?
Well, I think Michigan State, when they're going to be good this year, it's going to be because of their defense. I think you have to look at the under here. I think Michigan State's not going to outscore Rutgers. I think they're going to need to try to keep it a more ball control, more half court type thing, rely on their defense and rebounding, which we know Tom Izzo and Michigan State's known for. But it's hard to, so I'd lean towards that under, but my better play definitely, I'm going to fade Michigan State until things get right. 2-8 against the spread on the year. And, Rutgers 5-3-1 against the spread. And I think they put a statement win here. And, I mean, we got the news today that the whole bubble tournament's going to be in Indianapolis and I'm guessing both of these teams probably are going to be in the bubble madness, I guess they're going to call it this season in Indianapolis.
Yeah, we better have March Madness this season because that was really depressing when we didn't last year. So that's going to do it for our college basketball talk here on Picks and Parlays. As always, great stuff from Craig Trapp. Craig, thanks for joining us.